It's 5 o'clock, and a lot of people are already thinking about the side events and the drinks, probably. This is actually a topic that is probably important for all of us. So, I'm telling you something about NFT insurance providing assurance to NFT buyers. Why are we talking about this? Is at this event, we're actually living in a bubble. It looks like everybody actually buys NFTs and everybody's happy with it, and it's indeed a billion-dollar market, but it is actually a market for niche. It's a very small market, and it can be much larger. The question is, why isn't it still not mainstream? And the reason why is because most people actually have a negative sentiment about NFTs. They actually relate it towards crypto. They relate it to stories within the news about Binance, about FTX, about all the other kind of things, about hacking. And basically, that's also preventing people from buying NFTs because of lack of financial infrastructure. Okay. NFTs is booming. I don't need you to tell you that. But the funny thing about NFTs when it's booming is that not everybody actually owns an NFT. It's like a really small group of people who owns a lot of NFTs or digital assets. We should be asking us, why is this the case? Why aren't people actually buying more NFTs? Another fact is, this year, we're actually on a threshold. We all decide on this year and next year what is happening with digital assets, NFTs as a whole. What is going to happen? We see multinationals like Coca-Cola, Ticketmaster, and all sort of corporations actually entering the playfield of NFTs, which is good. We see, I actually this morning was with MasterCard. They're actually doing a lot of things in NFTs, very exciting stuff. What we're seeing is that there are more established companies getting into the NFT playing field. Why is that? Because there's a demand. They actually see the NFT space after the dip of last year. They were rising again with other NFT products that are more utility-based, which actually has a different kind of usage. We're talking about museums who actually provide discount or loyalty programs. We actually see companies like Ferrari who actually are providing a physical product next to a digital asset product. All of these things will actually enhance the growth of NFTs. But what will really accelerate NFT sales is basically trust. Trust, credibility. Trust and credibility will skyrocket NFT sales. If your grandmother actually understands that when buying an NFT and when buying an NFT together with an NFT insurance would actually redeem her NFT loss in case of theft and loss, she will be triggered to buy much quicker an NFT. You know, these are the things that everybody knows. Hacking, theft, loss, millions of dollars. Is that fear? Is that the truth? No, because basically with every single negative news, it's being doubled down. Basically, it's being enhanced by the news. But the funny thing is, there is a huge amount of sentiment, and it's very negative. How can we take that away? Well, last year, $2.7 billion of loss of NFTs due to hacks of smart contracts. And it's going to be more, as soon as, I wouldn't actually would rob a convenience store. I would get an IT education and start targeting actually smart contract blockchain companies. There is no single blockchain company who is not vulnerable. So what to do? how to get like more people buying NFTs outside of this conference room. How do we get that? Well, the payment company already has jumped into that gap. They started providing fiat rails, MasterCard, Visa, payment service providers who only are starting providing basically companies like Vert, who actually is a partner of ours, George. We actually went live today with Vert. We're actually providing payment rails in order for ordinary customers buying NFTs through their outlets. Other payment companies providing the same thing. But the funny thing is, the biggest challenge is not payments. The biggest problem is trust. I'm going to repeat it. Trust, credibility, assurance. How do you get assurance? By providing insurance. Protection, basically. Offering assurance. Peace of mind. Well, to be honest, 3 years ago, I actually saw this problem and started lobbying, basically, with insurance companies. I get a lot of no's. Basically, underwriters who actually didn't understand the blockchain community, who didn't understand Web3, who didn't understand NFTs. Basically, we actually had to educate the whole insurance ecosystem. Why would you actually would like to underwrite a product which is totally anonymous, which is basically intangible? All of these questions came up. We actually had to address them. It took us 3 years' time. After 3 years, we actually had 10 global insurance companies working with us providing NFT digital asset insurance. We are going to spike up sales. So what happens when you spike up sales? These are numbers coming from the Web 2 world. 32% more sales if you add insurance. You actually just have to ask, the traditional airline companies, when you actually add insurance, you actually get more revenue as a merchant. But the biggest gain is you get more sales. People will actually have more trust in your company because you actually have insurance. Whether you sell insurance to those customers, but just providing insurance will provide you additional revenue. That's basically it. I only had like 2 minutes, perhaps like 1 or 2 questions, if any. Gaming assets. Any assets. If it's digital, we can insure it. How much? Nope, there's no limit. You know what a limit is? The limit is actually the amount of coverage the insurance partner of ours, like the carriers, are willing to insure. So basically the question pops up, if an insurance company basically does underwriting of an individual and says like totally legit, we understand the product, we understand like the asset, we can insure it up to, well, to be honest, we can insure Rihanna's voice. Why can't we insure digital assets up to $1 million or 500 million? It's a platform that sells multiple NFTs. Basically, what we do is we embed it actually in the checkout page. So basically, when you actually buy an NFT, you actually get the option to add NFT insurance next to it. So when you actually are in the wallet place, you actually have an NFT insurance, NFT with insurance in the wallet, whereby we can also do an upsell within the wallet. So we're also partners of Polygon, Solana, MetaMask. So what we're doing with all these platforms is making sure that all of their customers are feeling, shall we say, the trust that they actually feel within the ecosystem. Okay. Thank you. Now I have to go. Thanks a lot, and enjoy this week. Enjoy the weather.